Welcome to Brad Allen Drums. Do you ever wonder whether you're too old to play the drums? Well, today I'm going to tell you about some of my experiences teaching drum students of various ages and about my own experience with the drums at different ages. Also, if you stick around till the end of the video, I've got a bonus for you. By the way, if you're new to this channel, I am Brad Allen. I'm a professional drummer based out of Kansas City who also spent over 20 years teaching private drum lessons, and now I'm doing my best to pass along all my knowledge to you. All right, feeling that you started drumming too late is a common fear. In fact, I did start pretty young. I started playing the snare drum at age 12. I started playing the drum set, I think at about age 16. And after I had been playing for a couple years, I remember my drum teacher, Dave Divis, was living in New York at the time, and I wrote him a letter and I expressed my fear to him. I said, you know, Dave, maybe I started too young. I heard about all these people starting when they were, could barely walk. And so he wrote back to me and he assured me, that I was plenty early. And he said that even gave me the name of a couple players who started very late, later than most people who ended up being very accomplished, famous players. I think one of them was Art Blakey and the other one was Gene Krupa, I think started pretty late. I could have those names wrong. But anyway, he basically just kind of reassured me I was in good shape as far as the age that I started. I taught all ages of students from 5 years old up to senior citizens. Let's talk about the really young students first. Some of those students were actually too young. The youngest I ever taught, I think, was in 3rd grade. The first one that I started teaching, I realized after a little while, he simply didn't have the attention span. He didn't have the patience. Later, I took another student on like that, very reluctantly, but the mother talked me into it. And again, it was a mistake. It wasn't good for me. It wasn't good for the student. So there is such thing as actually starting too young. People say that young kids are able to pick up things quicker, but as a general rule, what I have found is that kids don't have as much discipline as adults. Adults have more patience and more focus. They also understand the value of hard work. Most adults who start playing have already done something else in life. They've played sports, maybe they've gone to college, so they understand that you get out of the drumming what you put into it. And so in many ways, adult students have a big advantage over child students. I'd like to share with you a couple of stories of adult students. Greg Schmidberger was an adult student who came to me many years ago, and he was already in his 40s at that time, and he had never touched a pair of drumsticks. And I started teaching him, and within, a couple years, he was playing in a band. And again, he didn't start till he was in his 40s, and this was a paid band, so he became a semi-pro player in his 40s. I got a recent email from a similar student. I can't remember where he lived. I think maybe like England. And he told me that he started playing the drums at age 38 and told me how much my videos had benefited him. And he said that now he's playing in 3 different bands. That's 2 examples there of people who started very, very late and ended up playing professionally. Few other things to think about. Buddy Rich died at age 69 years old. I saw Buddy play 6 months before he died. He was playing better and faster than ever. One of the biggest surprises I've had personally in my playing is that I've been able to continue to improve the older I get. I'm almost 56 years old now. I can play much better and much faster than when I was 30 years old. It's actually easier to play. It's easier to execute my ideas. I once heard a couple of drummers talking in a store, and they said that they could play faster when they were younger. If that's true, then you're doing something wrong, because I can definitely play faster than when I was younger. It's all about efficiency of motion. It's about learning to let the sticks do a lot of the work for you. One last story I want to relate to you. My wife's grandmother was a really amazing painter. We have paintings of hers hanging all over our house. What I did not realize until recent years is that she didn't start painting until she was in her 60s. This was shocking because just like music, the standard thinking is that you have to start painting when you're a little kid or you'll never be any good at it. But this is simply not true with painting, and it's not true with drumming either. So you're never too old to learn to play the drums. You're also never too old to continue to improve your playing. Now for the bonus I mentioned earlier. As a thank you for watching today, I have a free gift that I'd like to send you. I have 10 beats that every drummer needs to know that I'd like to send you absolutely free. It comes with a downloadable PDF and an exclusive video demonstrating all the beats. Again, absolutely free. Just follow the link in the comments below, and we'll see you for the next video.